Okay, you guys, it's been a month. I think it's finally time we add some life to the reef tank. Also, no, I'm not getting rid of the mustache. It's good. So for those of you guys that don't know, I started this year by building a desk side reef tank. I did the usual. I filled it up with all the equipment needed to run it, like water and copepods and bacteria. I waited a few weeks with the lights off, and now I think it's time to add some life to it. So that brings us to now. And yes, I got rid of the mustache. Look, I'm sorry. I had to go outside, okay? I had to see real life people. But back to the important things, while I am less excited about my lack of mustache, I am very excited because up to this point, I've really only never kept pico tanks, and that's limited my options of fish to my 2 clown gobies that I have, sashimi and nigiri. Look, they're adorable. They're adorable, I know, but they're not the fish that got me into the hobby. That'd be the yellow tang. And so that is why today we are going to not buy that because my tank is still too small for that. Instead, I do know a different fish that would be absolutely perfect for this tank, and I have a picture of it right here. Drew it myself. Honestly, I draw like a 3rd grader. Kind of looks like a shark. It's not, look, I'm not gonna tell you what it is. Do you have any tail spot blennies in stock? Hey, do you have any tail spot blennies? Yeah, I'm looking for a tail spot blenny. Do you have any tail spot blennies? Tail spot blennies?
Press 1 for hours and directions. Press 4 for custom aquarium. Press 6 for online sales. We just sold our last one.
Oh my god, dude. No, I wasn't gonna let that stop me. So I ended up driving all the way across LA to McDonald's.
Could I get 2 large fries, please?
Look, it was a long drive and I forgot lunch, okay?
Give me 1. Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it. You're so good. I'm sorry you have to see me eat.
But after that, then we got to the saltwater store.
Okay, guys, we made it. We're here for one thing and one thing only. It's to find the fish. And go grab it. I gotta grab my phone before I go.
Now, this was my 2nd time visiting the store, and I swear this spot is always an interesting experience. You get to see like so many fish that you don't often see. And parrots. This man low-key might be a pirate. Now, this place is crazy. It actually feels like an exotic aquarium in here. I mean, just look at some of these things that we ended up seeing. Like, we got to see this adorable stingray. Look at those eyes and mouth. It's adorable. We got to see this dude, which that's a face that, yeah. We got to see some adorable little sashimis. Saw some pipefish. And then this is so many copper band butterfly fish, which, did you know this is the Windows fish? This blew my mind a little bit. Anyways, I bought some fish and came home extremely excited to put them in the fish tank. So look, with all those options available, you're probably wondering, what did we end up getting and putting in the tank? We already put them in the tank, but I have the clip of everything. I'll show you what we got. So first up, we have the Yaso goby. It's adorable, and these guys like shrimp, so I had to get a little shrimp buddy too. I also decided to get a court jester goby, and my god, look at those stripes. And this isn't even the star of the show, which is the crazy part. No, the star of the show, the fish that I got here, and by here I mean in the tank already, they're colorful, they're fast, they are Mo, Curly, and Larry. They're adorable, I know, right? Oh, yeah, and they can do that. So, believe it or not, I actually got these guys because when I saw them, it reminded me of a tank that I saw in San Diego. This is the only picture I have of that tank. It's a terrible picture, I know, but that's not my current goal. I want to recreate that. Now you guys, the proper way to do this is to actually quarantine your fish for a little bit, make sure they're disease-free, and then put them in the display tank, but I don't have any fish in there right now that I'm protecting, so I'm gonna be a little bit reckless and just toss them in there. Well, I mean, after acclimating, of course, and doing drip. We're still sort of doing this the right way, okay? But we're gonna put those guys in there. And we got them in the tank. I love it. And let me tell you, I could not be happier just watching them swim around the tank. Even a week later as they're swimming around, all the coral is just... Oh, yeah, no, you heard me right. I said coral. I've been buying stuff. It's not necessarily a good thing. Oh, so yeah, I added coral, by the way. Pretty cool, right? And you know, this was the usual coral show. I went to the show. I saw some corals. I tried my hand at negotiating. Any chance you're down to do like 220? I can't. No, okay. I obviously needed a lot more practice. It didn't really work. But that being said, Wint ended up buying a bunch of coral.
All right, we got a lot of stuff.
Obviously, did the usual, dipped those bad boys, and then I just glued them into the tank. Absolutely no issues. Okay, maybe one issue. And now, we can just enjoy this tank and finally relax. Okay guys, we have a little bit of an issue here. We still don't have a tail spot blenny. It's actually only half the issue. The real issue is that I did some purchases on the down low, you know, did a little side purchasing, and I didn't involve you in that, and I'm sorry. You see, when you guys weren't looking, I went and snuck in another Yaso, but unfortunately, that one was also female. I now have 2 females, and they hate each other, which is not the Taylor Swift love story that I was really hoping for here. I wanted some babies, okay? I sound like my parents here. We now need to go fish out the second female that's getting bullied and get a male Yaso because I still want some babies, okay? And a tail spot blenny, but also babies, which means we're going shopping again at my local fish store. Not this local fish store, the saltwater one. Ended up actually going to a different fish store this time. This one had a weird door. Okay, don't blame me. But found the entrance, came out with some beautiful fish. Or just one fish, really. The male Yaso. Now, you can tell that this one's a male because of the black spot on its fin underneath. And I'm hoping this will be the perfect match for my female. Now, the scary part is always releasing the guy into the tank, especially when the female is there, because I want them to fall in love and like each other. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. Okay, he's showing off a little bit. She sees him, she definitely sees him. He's swimming away. Oh, okay, I don't know if they're getting along here. Okay, I think she's attacking. I don't even know what she's attacking here. It looks like she's just attacking herself on the glass. She's not fighting him. Okay, he's just hanging out. I don't know what to make of this right now. I think this is good. This is good. She's lost interest. She didn't attack him. I think this means they're good. I think they're totally all right. Unfortunately, though, the rest of the fish were definitely not all right. About a week later, I woke up to this. Okay, guys, ignore the hair. It's been a morning. We have velvet. And so this is what you call velvet, I think. It's definitely not something that you want in your tank. Can kill your fish extremely fast. So I had to act extremely fast. I'm sorry, buddy. We gotta give you a freshwater bath here. The first thing I'm doing here is giving the fish that are still alive a 5-minute freshwater bath. The idea is that this is supposed to provide some temporary relief for some parasites such as velvet. I don't know if that's actually true. My fish definitely isn't enjoying it though. At this point, I put the fish in their not their final resting place. I put them in their quarantine tank where I've also added in some live rock that I can sacrifice to the copper gods. And with that, it's just time to add in some copper. The idea is if you have this at a therapeutic level, it'll hopefully keep the fish okay, but it'll kill all the parasites as they're going through their parasitic life cycle. So, I don't totally know what that means. So look, you guys, this wasn't really the ending that I hoped for. It wasn't the Taylor Swift love story, and I still don't have a tail spot blenny. But it's like they say in the hobby, nothing good ever comes quick. So, when this tank's ready, the next fish shopping trip is gonna end with a Taylor Swift love story. And a tail spot blenny.